PvP win! Really soon, apparently. Welcome back to the crew, to my friends. It's good to see how you doing. We're out in my Lamborghini. I've been playing a little bit of Gator Rush. Honestly, I haven't jumped into the actual events that were added to the game other than the hypercar events, but I've been building out my street racing cars with the brand new parts. This car currently is going to be my loot multiplier vehicle, and then we've got the Skyline over here, which has got a few more yellow parts, which is a double nitrous thing. So if you haven't seen my video on the beginning of getting used to all these parts, then there's a link in the description for that video. But that's not what this is about. This is not about Gator Rush at all, actually. This is actually about the next update that's coming. As you know, the Crew 2 did not launch with a PvP mode. I personally didn't mind this because PvP is not really my thing. I like cooperative more than competitive, but I do think for the people that want it, it should be there. Well, they're actually going to be adding it, and in this update, they gave us a little bit of a taster. My boy Connor S pointed out at the Street Racing HQ you can find this. So we're here at the Street Racing HQ and Far and Beyond. I actually don't know what that is. I heard them mention Far and Beyond at the stream. So the board's up here. So it's actually over there now when it was over here. I haven't been to the HQs, I don't think, since. I haven't even looked. Shopping Company. I don't exactly know what this is. If we go Far and Beyond, Season Pass, owned. Interesting. So you can buy CC packs, but bundles? Maybe they're going to be adding some paid for content, which is interesting. I don't know. Anyway, so what else? That container has moved over there. I didn't even know there was a staircase. I did, because when we did the glitch to get on the map. Oh no, since they've moved it around, can you get out? Oh no! They're probably patched getting out the map. We'll find another way, don't worry. And next to the P1 was an empty stand, and we have live battle. This has an opening soon sign, and I wanted to make a video on this because, let's be honest, we all want to know where PvP is coming and what it's going to include and that kind of thing, and I was hoping that maybe there was going to be a little bit of a, you know, but live battle is the name of the PvP. They did actually show a little video with the music and stuff that's coming with it, so here we go. Now, obviously, we have all the events that are on the map. I'm hoping that every single one of them is in the PvP, if not the most played ones. This is where I want to start getting to the point that I want to make with the PvP, because I don't just want PvP. PvP is great and all, but for me, I don't really care so much about it. What would make me care is the extra games to be added. For example, in Forza and in the Crew 1, we had games like Infected and King and all this kind of stuff. Things like that. Those are my personal favorite things to play, but I also think they need to make use of the new swappable feature. It seems like it's one of those features where it's great, but it doesn't really have a use outside of free roam, and it really should. If you haven't seen this live extreme, this is probably my favorite one. We're going to do it. This is one I want to see on PvP. Now, the live extremes, no, not specifically, but I want to see the vehicle switching being used. These races are super cool. They make use of the feature. There's only like 5 or so of them. I think there's 6 of them since the update. There needs to be more of them, and there need to be them in PvP. It doesn't even need the kind of crazy transitions that they have. All it needs to do is make it so it's a tactical game of, okay, so this person might have a fast hypercar, but they may have a slow rally car the other way around for another person. That would be a cool kind of strategic game. These are my favorite bits, when the map folds and then they change in the sky, drop off, and then all of a sudden, what am I going to be in next? How about hypercars? The cinematography in this one is fantastic. I love it. I wish there were more of these events. But anyway, so you get the idea. We got ourselves a nice little baseline of what I want from PvP in this. Now, another thing I was thinking about when it comes to PvP, and a missed opportunity when it comes to this game. If you look at the cars that are in hypercars, for example, they're at level 320. But if you then go over to touring cars, would you look at that? 320 on the FFXK as well. Both classes of cars are very, 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 very similar. It would be amazing to be able to choose between, like, have a special type of event, or in general, just allow you to choose based on the performance rating. That would be cool. You get to play with the abilities of each class. For example, touring cars will be better at cornering, that kind of thing, and grip. But top speed may be on the hypercar side. That type of gameplay is what I want to see from a racer, and it's probably, in my opinion, definitely a way to kind of push this game out of the normal PvP you know, experience. You could probably do something in where you can either choose a hovercraft or a car and a boat, and you have that switch time, and you have the ability to, you know, there's so many things creatively you can do like that. We said in previous, in the Crew 1, events where you can take different alternate routes depending on what vehicle you have. You have to time them right, that kind of thing, events-wise. But for those that do work, every now and again, you know, you could release one every update, for example. One person will be in an off-road vehicle, one person will be in a racing vehicle, and the routes are pretty timed similar, and it will be a cool experience for those that don't want to do one thing. They can just race using that. It will be a specific category that you can select, but all these different modes and stuff would make it such an incredible PvP experience. I think, if not the best there is. One other thing I would really like to see with the PvP is some kind of rewards for doing PvP, whether that be, I don't know, every so many races, wins, you get a high chance, a 100% chance of getting a certain like yellow part or something. You know, objectives that are achievable like that, or I don't know, a car that's locked behind that. Something that just makes me want to try PvP, because generally I wouldn't really play PvP unless there's a vehicle that I can grind to unlock, if that makes sense. It don't even have to be a grind. It can be like win 10 races and you get this car. Something like that. Just make something that makes us keep playing. I think personally the guaranteed yellow part would be a cool way. For 10 wins, guaranteed yellow part. That would be a cool kind of incentive for me to play. But inevitably I want to see Crew v Crew and a mix of these type of game modes. There's so much you can do with that, and I know this is probably just going to be an opening update, a taster update, but I think that I would like to see you push that height eventually, if that makes sense. For example, club HQs, all that kind of thing. That's what I want to see eventually on the Crew 2. You have the foundations there, build upon it, and give us like what TDU2 had and did so well, except for the fact it didn't because, well, it took too long to update. Anyway, be sure to smash like, friends, subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments your thoughts below. What would you like to see? What wouldn't you like to see with the PvP updates? And yeah, until next time.